Good morning. My name's Ryan Johnson. I'm the Dean of Students here at Cary High School. I just wanted to welcome you to a special homeroom today to talk about registration and the importance of registration. Each of you is receiving a file. In that file has a few different documents. Some of those files are available on our website. The other things are personal and private to you. So let's see if I can move my face here. Okay. On our counseling webpage, you'll be able to find these resources. You'll also be able to find this video as a reference if needed. The first thing that you have is a credit detail history report. That is an example of one of your private documents. It has the classes that you've taken and the grades and the credits that you've earned in those classes. We wanted to make sure that you had that so that you kind of could keep tabs on any prerequisite courses or certain areas that might justify a decision about the level of rigor. Speaking of rigor, the next sheet that you have there is teacher recommendations. This will be a laundry list of classes, and we'll include two different things, even though it's just one list. The first one is the recommendations from your core area teachers. So they are responsible to recommend you for the next level of class that is purposeful for your promotion and graduation requirement. It's our recommendation that you follow your teacher recommendations. That doesn't always fit with what's called an open enrollment school, where we have removed the barriers to allow you to have access to certain classes and push your goals depending on what you see fit. So probably a balance in there somewhere that's pretty important. But I will say if you have a discrepant view as to what you've been recommended for versus what you want, I would say that every teacher in this building would not mind having that conversation with you to talk about why they recommended you for a class, but also give you feedback if it is that you want to try to do something different than what you've been recommended for. You also have a counselor, and you have somebody at home to talk those things through. The second part are a list of area electives. What I would say that those classes fall under is an invitation to come and take those classes because the teacher has had you in that class or a class prior to that to say that I think this person would really thrive with this particular subject area. So while he or she is thinking about that, what courses to register for, maybe that person should think about these ones. So that's what that's all about. Your course selection guide, front and back, has all of the courses that are listed in our program planning guide at this point in time. It also includes classes that we hope to offer. So that's why we'll be asking for 8 primary requests and 5 alternate requests, because if it's a situation where you select a couple classes that are ultimately don't make the master schedule because we don't have a teacher for that class, or we need more sections of something else, that it's not a disservice to you because we have a pool of alternate acceptable classes that you would take just as if that class was never on a request to begin with. So just wanted to make sure that you knew that this was a list of proposed classes, and the information that we gather from registration could lead us to recruiting a different teacher for a different area or offering a different elective than we've offered in the past. So this is where you really get to say, this is where I want Cary High School to be the most for me. The other thing that you have is the course selection worksheet. So ultimately this will be completed. You don't have to complete it here and now, but you should probably using Homeroom to think about this. Here's what's going to happen in the near future, sometime between February 22nd and the end of March. A counselor or a group of counselors will come to your second period classroom. In an ideal situation, you have kept very good care of this folder. You have notes in it. You have talked to your teachers or your somebody at home with it. You've maybe even talked with your counselor or the person sitting next to you about what classes you might be interested in. Then you filled out this sheet from top to bottom. Counselor comes to your classroom in the next several weeks, and you have it complete. So you just go to visit them in the hallway at the table. They will review it with you. You will be able to ask them any clarifying questions. We will register for you so that there's no missteps with nuances in the course codes, or that don't have to worry about logging you in and stuff like that. So that's how we're going to do that this year. You can see that we have a schedule posted on here too, so you can get an idea as to when will be coming. So it's stretched out pretty good, but we wanted to build it in a way that will be more supportive for you and offer you increased access to a counselor when it comes to choosing your classes. Also on this page, you can see that there are applications because there are certain areas that require an application, and we've converted all of that to online this year. So if you're interested in applying for, say, health science or early childhood, yearbook, PEPI, you can just click the link here, fill out the form. Once the teacher over that program has either approved or denied you, then the counselor can add it to your request box. Really easy. Okay. So I hope that all that finds you well. I hope I haven't taken up too much of your time. We really appreciate you and wanted to make sure that you took this seriously, because we do. Have a good day.